Hi, I'm here with Melanie of Glaze Craft Windows, and we're just going to go over how she cleans her glass. So first off, what's the blue tape there?
This is labeling exactly which sash it came out of and what location in the sash.
So does that mean dining room?
Dining room,
Bottom,
B window,
B window.
number one piece of glass.
I see.
So, yeah.
All right, so what solution here?
This is just a vinegar and water mix, about 1/16 vinegar and water. I wouldn't use this once I have paint on it, but during this point, the vinegar isn't too harmful.
Okay, cool.
So I just, ideally, if I was in a situation where I could
Yeah, go ahead.
soak the glass overnight, I would do that, but I don't have the space for the container to do it. But this works okay. I will spray it down with vinegar and water and let it sit for a minute or two. And then I start working with a very sharp razor blade. I switch out these razor blades constantly, like every 2 minutes or so, because it dulls it really, really quickly. And as long as the glass is wet and you've got a nice sharp blade, you can scrape away this goop, which is paint and putty, pretty smoothly without scratching the glass.
And one thing I know in my videos, the reason also to put on the glass cleaner vinegar is to kind of almost lubricate the blade so it reduces scratching potential.
Exactly.
This is an original Wavy glass. We'll show a video when we're done of how pretty it looks. So real quick here, she also has towels down. The towels help keep the glass from slipping, but then it also, well, it keeps it very flat, so you reduce your risk of breaking the glass as you press on it.
Yeah.
Microfiber cloths to pull off the final stuff. What's the steel wool for?
This is also for getting off little bits. So I'll get most of the paint off and then I'll come back with the steel wool. I don't know if you can see this little spot of green and white paint. And I'll just come at this with a little bit of steel wool.
Do you worry about scratching it?
This is 000 steel wool, so no, it doesn't scratch.
It's very, very soft.
And again, I keep it wet. And that often will take off just the last bits.
Okay, cool. So you'll go all the way around on both sides. And we'll come back real quick and show you the final result. All right, we're back. Melanie has finished cleaning the glass on both sides. So we can see how clean it is now. It's very pretty. Yeah. So totally spotless. Maybe move it back and forth so we can see the waviness. Not catching it.
Really subtle in this paint.
Yeah.
But it's there.
It's there. Well, yeah, so it's so clean, we can barely see it on the camera here. And yeah, so there may be, a little tiny bit here and there, but that's okay, especially once it's glazed.
Yeah, and I will clean it again.
Once it's in there, yeah.
Yeah, after I've put it back in.
Yeah, all right, cool. All right, we're gonna just show the dirty glass versus the clean glass. So this is what it looks like when it comes out of the sash, full of glaze and old paint. Then after you give it a good clean, this is what it looks like, nice and beautiful. And this is Wavy glass. So 100-year-old glass, worth saving every time. All right, Melanie, so how do you protect your glass when you have it stacked up here? Because it can so easily break.
Yeah, the weight starts to build up and then you can crack the panes. And so my trick is to put these little foam pads in between. And they also, you can transport glass like this too.
Oh, neat.
I just put enough in place that it creates a spacer between the panes, and then I set it up nice and even. And there we go. Obviously this situation wouldn't work in an earthquake prone area.
So if you live in California, maybe this wouldn't work, but somewhere like Texas or the East Coast, this works well for protecting. And where do you get this? It looks like cork foam.
Yeah, they're available by special order from some suppliers.
Okay.
But they're glass spacers, cork spacers.
So that's what you search for, is glass spacer.
Yeah.
Cool. All right. Thanks for showing us that.